The rain hit the cracked window of Liam Carter's small apartment like a steady drum, a reminder of the life he had been trying to rebuild since leaving the military. He stood in the center of the living room, his body hardened by years of service, but his eyes tired from battles no one clapped for. His daughter Ava slept in the next room, small breaths drifting under her door. She was the only reason he hadn't fallen apart. Bills lay scattered on the table, eviction notices, medical expenses, and a red stamp that felt like a punch, final warning. Liam exhaled deeply, clenched his fists once, then forced them to relax. Tomorrow, he whispered to himself, something has to change. That change arrived not as hope, but as an insult disguised as an opportunity. At the headquarters of Titan Combat Corporation, Billionaire MMA Champion turned CEO Mason Drake sat behind his glass desk, sharp eyes scrolling through viral clips. He was preparing for a global charity event, a giant spectacle he hoped would boost his company's image. But one thing irritated him: a trending online rumor that a former veteran once knocked out a champion in an underground fight. A grainy video showed Liam Carter taking down a bulky fighter in seconds. Mason smirked. "Let's see what this hero is made of," he said, tapping on the projector remote. His assistant, Kara, raised an eyebrow. "You want him on the undercard?" "No," Mason said. "I want him fighting me." Kara blinked. "You mean the $10 million exhibition match?" Mason lifted his chin. "Exactly. The crowd loves a charity pity project." Word traveled fast. Liam received the call while tightening his worn-out boots. "Mr. Carter, CEO Mason Drake requests you for a public exhibition fight. $10 million purse." Liam froze. This a joke? It's real. A tremor went through Liam's chest. $10 million meant a new life for Ava, a real home, medical care, a future. But something felt wrong. Mason Drake wasn't a man who did favors. He was a man who made statements. "Still," Liam whispered, "I'm in." Training began the next day in Titan's elite gym, a place where walls smelled of sweat and metal, and where cameras waited like vultures. When Liam stepped inside, fighters paused mid-rep. He wasn't dressed for show. Plain hoodie, older gloves, no sponsor logos. A veteran among peacocks, Mason entered moments later, flanked by security and cameras. Tall, shredded, radiating arrogance. "So this is the legend," Mason said loudly. "Can you even last a round, old man?" Liam didn't rise to the bait. "I didn't come for talk." Mason circled him. "You came for money. Nothing wrong with that. Just remember, this is business. When I hit you, stay down. People love an underdog losing with dignity." Liam's jaw tightened. "I don't do staged fights." Mason grinned. "Then I'll break you for real." Training was brutal. Liam woke at 4 a.m., pushing his body past limits he once thought unreachable. Every punch against the bag echoed the weight of responsibility on his shoulders. But he was older now, slower in recovery. His ribs burned at night and old wounds screamed. Meanwhile, Mason trained like a machine. 6 coaches, cryotherapy, cameras capturing every snarl and drop of sweat. Commentators online hyped it. Veteran versus CEO, king versus pawn, warrior versus brand. Ava watched Liam shadowbox in their apartment. "Daddy, are you gonna win?" Liam smiled softly. "I'm gonna try harder than ever." She hugged him around the waist. "I believe in you." Fight week arrived, and with it came venom. Mason mocked him in interviews. "He's desperate. I'm giving him charity. He should thank me before I end his career that doesn't exist." Liam responded quietly. "I've fought real battles. This is just another one." The night of the fight, the stadium roared with thousands of lights and faces. Celebrities, influencers, cameras feeding the world's hunger for chaos. Liam walked toward the cage with his heart steady, fearless, focused. Mason followed him with the swagger of a conquering king. Inside the cage, the referee gave the rules. Mason whispered, just loud enough for the cameras. "You won't leave here the same." Liam stared back. "Neither will you." The bell rang. Mason charged first, launching a heavy leg kick that cracked against Liam's thigh. The sound slapped through the arena. Liam absorbed it, pivoting back. Mason smirked, confident. He launched a jab-cross combination, sharp, powerful, practiced. Liam blocked the jab, but the cross grazed his cheek, opening a thin line of blood. Mason's grin widened. The crowd roared as Mason showboated, dropping his hands, daring Liam to strike. Liam didn't swing blindly. He watched Mason's shoulders, the rhythm of his breath. He calculated, Mason exploded forward again, feinting left and drilling a body shot that made Liam grunt. Pain shot across his ribs. Mason shoved him back, taunting. "Still think you belong here?" Liam answered with his fist, a sudden right hook. It wasn't flashy, but it landed solidly against Mason's jaw. The crowd gasped. Mason stumbled, eyes widening, ego cracking. He wiped his lip and saw blood. His blood? Now the champion was angry. Mason unleashed a whirlwind of combinations. Kicks, elbows, wild hooks. Liam blocked what he could, but hits broke through. His vision blurred, breath heavy, legs trembling. A spinning back kick hammered his side, sending him to one knee. Ava's small voice echoed in his mind. "I believe in you." Liam rose. Mason growled, "Stay down. You're done." Liam whispered, "Not yet." The fight grew savage. Mason's strength was monstrous, but Liam's endurance was forged in war zones. Every strike from Mason was met with a counter. Small, sharp, efficient. Liam's military training made him unpredictable. Midway through the round, Mason trapped Liam against the cage, launching brutal knees. One smashed Liam's chin, rattling him. He wrapped his arms around Mason, clinching tight. Absorbing seconds he desperately needed. Mason hissed, "You're embarrassing yourself." Liam murmured through blood, "You talk too much." He powered forward, flipping the position, pinning Mason instead. The crowd erupted. No one expected Liam to overpower him. Liam hammered 2 clean body shots. Then a short uppercut that snapped Mason's head back. Rage consumed Mason. He broke free with a violent elbow that sliced Liam's eyebrow open. Blood poured down his face, blinding him. The referee checked him. Liam pushed him away. "I can see enough," he growled. Mason smelled the weakness and attacked like a predator. 2 jabs across a high kick. Liam barely dodged it. His body screamed to stop, but his spirit refused. Mason lunged again, this time overconfident. And Liam saw it. A pattern, a flaw. When Mason threw his right hook, he dipped his left shoulder a fraction too low. Liam had studied it for days. He waited for it. He lived for this opening. Mason swung. Liam stepped inside the arc of the punch, twisted his hips with everything he had left, and drove a counter straight right directly into Mason's chin, a perfect veteran punch. Mason froze mid-motion. The crowd went silent for a heartbeat. Then Mason collapsed, flat, unmoving. Lights flashing. Spectators screaming. Commentators shouting over each other. "He's down. Mason is down." Liam staggered back, chest heaving, covered in sweat and blood. He could hardly stand, but he stayed on his feet as the referee pushed him toward the center. 10 seconds. 9. 8. Mason's fingers twitched. 7. 6. He tried to rise. 5. He fell again. 4. 3. 2. 1. The stadium exploded. Liam had done the impossible. Defied the odds. Destroyed the arrogance built around Mason's empire. But the final move wasn't the punch. As the medics lifted Mason, he groaned. "How? Did you do that?" Liam leaned close and whispered, "You underestimated the wrong man." Reporters swarmed him. Cameras flashed. Sponsors shouted. Everyone wanted a piece of the veteran who shocked the world. But Liam didn't speak. He walked past them all, out of the cage, into the hallway where Ava waited with open arms. She jumped into him. "Daddy, you won." Liam held her tight, whispering, "It's over. We're gonna be okay." But as he turned, Mason approached, bandaged, humbled, slow. And he did something the world never expected. He bowed his head. "I was wrong," Mason said, voice trembling. "The fight wasn't staged. The humility wasn't staged. You earned the win. And the money. It's doubled." Liam blinked. "What?" Mason met his eyes. 20 million. I want the world to see what a real warrior looks like." Liam didn't smile, but something lighter settled in his chest. Mason extended his hand. Liam shook it, and the cameras caught it, the final move that stunned all. Not the punch. Respect. Between 2 men shaped by different battles finally standing as equals.